I hope it's working. I can't tell. There's quite a lot of lag between us and you guys, so can you hear us okay? Congrats. Thank you. Thank you, Almsy. It's from Frowny from my Discord, who's actually online. It's Caro. Can you guys hear us okay? Maybe! It's working. Yeah, we're a little bit late because, as usual, you set everything up in advance and then it doesn't work and you have to reset everything up. Yes, you can hear us. Great, because the mic is really far from us, so I wasn't sure if you'd hear. Yay. So who's Ben? That's Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben.
That's it. That's the only intro he gets. No, a lot of you don't know who Ben is because I don't do the vlogs anymore. We've been together for 8 years. That's Ben.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you for my lipstick comments. That's okay, Total. Stay as long as you can. Oh, Caddy, it's only just started. Caddy, Katie? It's only just started about a minute ago, so you haven't missed anything. Everyone's saying hi to Ben. What am I doing?
Hi.
I'm sat on my couch talking to you. I love the rhinestones. Thank you, honey. Are we married? We're not married yet. That's coming. Thank you, Blueberry. More subs will come with time, that's for sure. There's definitely a latency issue. So if you guys ask me a question, it's taking me a while to answer. It's not me, it's the software, internet, something else, not me. I'm answering as soon as I read them. Nice Ravenclaw banners, yeah. So I'm Slytherin, Ben is a Ravenclaw, and we accidentally sat in front of them just now. This was not planned, but it turned out really good. Oh, Robin, rude YouTube. It's midnight. Wow. It's 8 AM for us, which is earlier than I'm normally awake, so I am not awake at all. Yes, Ben is rocking the neon yellow. So for those of you who don't know, Ben has a crazy obsession with neon yellow clothing. He's always trying to get me to wear neons, but I can't wear neon. I reflect it, and I look really weird when I wear neon. What's the dog called? So the dog, she sat off camera right now, she's called Nanny. So like the big sister in the Lilo and Stitch movie. It's Hawaiian and it means elegance and grace. It's also Japanese and it means what, which completely encompasses her. She's graceful and elegant and never understands anything. And trying to catch up. What country? So we live in Australia. And before everyone freaks out, we are safe from the fires. We're lucky enough that we're far north, so we don't actually have any of the fires around us. But we have a lot of family members who are in fire regions. So this is Nanny. She's an Italian Greyhound. She's 2 years old. She's just over 2 years old, and this is as big as she's gonna get. So.
Hi.
And she's very weird. It's 10. 8:30. Oh gosh. 2 in Vancouver. It's cold in Vancouver at the moment, isn't it? Because it's winter for you guys. You can tell everyone who already knows Nanny, they're going nuts for her. Thank you, Katie. So far, all our family is safe, just obviously struggling a lot with the smoke. But no one's in actual immediate danger at the moment, which is good. You just got a puppy, Jocelyn. Cute. Bit sudden. Do you have a religion? Not particularly. It's a bit of a weird question because I'm kind of in the middle. So I grew up kind of Catholic, a little bit. But I kind of stopped believing when I was about 6 years old, and I've only recently kind of started looking into religion a bit more. But at the moment, I would still say I'm most likely an atheist. I think there's probably a higher power or whatever, but I don't know if it's like a god or something like that. Thank you, Blueberry. I'm sure more subscribers will come with time. It's still a very young channel, so it takes a while for things to grow. In Michigan, that's northern US? I don't know United States very well. I think Michigan's in the north. Watch, everyone's gonna correct me. Yes, there are lots of people, Jamie. It's hard to catch up. Who's your fave Hunger Games character? I have several favorites. I'm very bad at just picking one, but I think if I had to pick just one, I'd probably pick Effie, because she's over the top. Hello. I just think she's just a really fun character. She's resilient, and yeah, I'd say I'd probably pick her, but I also really like Finnick and Cinna and like that kind of category of characters, if that makes sense. How old am I? I am 24. I had to think about that. I was like, I'm 23. No, I'm not. I'm 24, I think.
You are.
Thank you. North US. I was right. Canadian. Cool. I'm sorry to hear that, Caddy. I hope your sister's safe. It's definitely very scary what's going on at the moment. If you guys can, I know this is really weird, but if you guys can help out with the fires in any way, it'd be really greatly appreciated, because these are horrible fires that's going on at the moment, so. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. That's really nice to hear. No. I like Rue. Yeah, a lot of people like Rue for sure. 100% Clove. Interesting. She's definitely a good character. I do like her a lot. Oh, that's Nanny barking. You'll probably hear her quite a bit, just barking, growling, doing all sorts of stuff. Hamish is a very good character, for sure. Yeah, I've heard that Auckland has been getting a lot of smoke from the fires. It's not great. Do I ship Hamish and Effie? I do. Actually, I already shipped them when I read the books, and then when we went to go see Mockingjay Part 2, at the end they kiss, and I grabbed Ben so hard, because I was so excited. I just grabbed his arm in the cinema, and apparently I hurt him quite a bit. I was just very excited. I wasn't expecting it, so it was good. What other books will I do a review on? I have started slowly looking into doing Harry Potter characters. I won't be doing theories because I'm quite new to the Harry Potter world and I don't know it that well, and I don't feel comfortable doing theories on it. I'm probably going to start diving more into the His Dark Materials series. It's been one of my favorite book series for about 10 years now, and with the new show coming out, which I haven't seen, I'm just throwing that out there. Please don't spoil it. I mean, I know the story, but still I haven't seen the show. So I'm probably going to dive into His Dark Materials. Thank you, Lee, for the $10 for Bubble. That's very much appreciated. I'm going to jump back up because I've missed things, I'm sure. No fires in South Australia. That's good. Am I excited about the new Hunger Games book? Yes. Aren't I?
Yes.
When they announced it, it was just before we were supposed to go to bed. And I didn't sleep for like 2 hours because I was jumping up and down and getting really excited. It drove him nuts. I'm quite annoying to live with, apparently. Yes, Almsy. So those of you may have noticed I have new Frozen 2 pops on my set of Anna and Elsa. They were gifted to me by Almsy for Christmas, and I love them so much. Will I be doing more Harry Potter theories or character spotlights? Yeah, I'll probably do a few more character spotlights. For theories, I'm not sure at the moment. I don't think so. Keep doing Hunger Games. I plan on continuing Hunger Games videos for as long as I can. Obviously, after a while, I'll run out of stuff. I'm slowly running out of characters already, but continue as long as I can. Romania. I have heard of Romania, Yanis. I actually grew up in Belgium, so I'm very familiar with Europe. Have you seen Rise of Skywalker? I'm not a Star Wars fan, so no, I have not. I'm gonna get attacked now. The Darkest Mind. I have not heard of that. Is that on Netflix, Hulu? Where can I find The Darkest Mind? What's it about? I don't know I don't know. It's that simple. The new book is a prequel. Yes, Lee, the new book is a prequel. Do you have kids? Not yet. We do have Bubble, who's on the way. I'm 7 months pregnant. And I know it's going to come up. Bubble is not the baby's name. We don't know the gender, so we've been calling it Bubble to not call it it, or just them. But no, Bubble is not going to be the name of the baby. I get that question a lot, actually. Aw, Caddy, I'm a big introvert too. I know it doesn't seem like it. I get that a lot. People are like, oh, you don't seem introverted. I am. I'm a big introvert. Being on camera is not always easy, but it's a lot of fun. Yes, Robin, I do hope the new book, I'm tired. The new book will give loads of more ideas. That's the plan. I just need it to come out. And then I need to read it, which will be interesting because I'll have a 2-month-old at home. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Do a giveaway. We are planning giveaways. They are coming up. I'm just trying to get through some of these excited questions and then we'll get into the meat of the live stream. Lee wants you to do something about the fact that I'm not a Star Wars fan.
I'm not a Star Wars fan either.
We don't like Star Wars, so good luck with that. I'm not a big star. Wow, space person. I don't like space. I'll do my best to give updates, Jocelyn. I tend to post more updates about Bubble on Instagram, so you can go follow me on that. It's at DiveJess. But I will try and give as many updates as I can. Your parents called you Bubble when they were pregnant. Aww, that's cute. Doing character spotlights on Romeo and Juliet characters, that'd be very interesting. Diving into Shakespeare. Guess which character was first? Okay, the first character that came to mind was Mercutio. I doubt that's the one you thought of first, but I'm gonna say Mercutio because that's the first character that came into my head. Once I have my baby, will I take a break from making videos? So I'm actually preparing maternity leave videos. So I'm filming kind of twice as much at the moment so that I can take time away from videos, but you guys will still be getting videos. So a lot of the videos will come out once I'm on maternity leave. You'll see it in our old house because we moved recently, that kind of stuff, but I won't be stopping videos for you guys. For me, I will take a break. I have appeared. Hi, Tessa. I do read very quickly, Robin, but 2-month-old. That's what I'm thinking. So Steph's asked, what's your other favorite book series, movie series, apart from the Hunger Games? So as I mentioned earlier on, I'm a huge fan of the His Dark Materials series. I first read it about 10 years ago and I read it probably once a year. I'm currently rereading them. So that's also up there with the Hunger Games. I love the Noughts and Crosses series. It's not as well known. It's by, I believe, she's called Mallory Blackman, the author, I believe. I'm going to get that wrong and get yelled at. Other movie series that I like. Oh, Lord of the Rings, obviously is a book and movie series. Is up there also. What's my favorite district for the Hunger Games? Probably District 4 because it's fishing and I'm a scuba diver. I like being in the water, so that would probably be my favorite. Have I read the Gone series? I read the first 5, I believe, of the Gone series. 4 or 5, I can't remember now. It was when I was in high school, which was a long time ago. Mercutio, I was right. You thought of Mercutio. Why does everybody think of Mercutio first? How long is a live stream? It'll probably be about 2 hours. They normally last about 2 hours in the past when we've done them. Tomb Raider. I'm not into Tomb Raider specifically, so I don't know if I would ever do character spotlights or theories. I'd have to look into it. A lot of these things I just have to look into and see if I'm interested in working on it. Baby in one hand, book in the other. Can't see how that could go wrong. Sure, Robin. You know me well enough to know I'm pretty clumsy. That's probably not the best idea. Do you like Maze Runner? Not particularly. I feel like it's just people being like, oh, I love this thing. And I'm like, I don't. I'm sorry. What would happen if a pregnant woman gave birth during the games? I think I answered this morning or last night, but I don't know if it was your comment or someone else's. Probably what would happen is the baby would be taken back to the mother's family and I got confused in my thought. The baby would be taken back to the mother's family, and then if she were to win, she would go back to the baby. And if she doesn't win, the baby's an orphan, or at least with its father, is what I would guess. But I mean, it depends on a lot of factors. If they were to let a pregnant woman who's that far along go to the games and she gave birth, I think that's what would happen. Noughts and Crosses is a really good series, isn't it? What district would I least like to be in? Probably 12, because underground and coal dust and starvation. None of those sound like fun. What am I majoring in? I don't go to university. So, nothing. I didn't go to university at all. I have nothing against it. I just didn't, it's not for me. I don't do studying very well, which is kind of funny considering my whole thing is analyzing books. But I'm not a big fan of sitting in a classroom, so I became a scuba diving instructor instead, which was a lot more fun. Your gems on your head remind me of Effie. Yes, it's very much a Capital look, which wasn't done purposefully. I just like sparkly things. I'd belong very well in the Capital. I love sparkly, colourful things. What if you got your period in the arena? Most likely the Capital would actually block, hormonally block girls from getting their periods, much like they block the boys hormonally from growing beards. But if you were to get your period, I guess good luck to you. I doubt they would give you sanitation, like sanitary wipes, that kind of stuff. So, but I would assume they actually block your hormones so that you wouldn't get your period. If you're in the Hunger Games, what weapon would you pick? I can't use anything. Anything I can get my hands on, I guess. I'll figure it out once I've got it. Actually, Misha, they do pee in the books. That's a very weird fact, but in the first book, Katniss talks about being dehydrated and trying to pass urine, and she struggles because she's so dehydrated. These are the kind of random facts I have. I'm very fun at parties. Hey. Who do you think is worse, President Snow or President Coin? I mean, they're both bad. They're pretty much the same person. Two sides of the same coin. So I don't know if one's worse than the other. Which character from the Hunger Games would you want as an ally in the arena? Obviously someone who's stronger than me and smarter than me and more likely to help me win. I don't know, maybe Joanna. I feel like I'd get on with her. I don't know why I feel like I'd get on with her, but I do. What do you assume the first Hunger Games arena would be like? Do you assume any arenas would take place inside or on a boat? I'm sure there's arenas that are indoors or on a boat or that kind of stuff. I think the first one would be probably pretty basic because they're not too sure what they want to do yet or where they're going with this idea. So I think pretty basic. Who's your favourite Noughts and Crosses character? Of course, I'm blanking on the names now. Probably, honestly, this is really boring, but the main character is what I remember from when I haven't read it in a while. And by a while, I mean about 3 or 4 years, so I'd have to go back and read it again. Would you run to the cornucopia? Nope. What would your game strategy be if you were in the arena? This is very despicable, but I would get people to trust me and then like offer to take the first watch or something like that and then kill people in their sleep, steal their stuff, and repeat. I would not trust at all. My favourite minor Hunger Games character. So I'm assuming you mean like not one that would like appear in all the books or something like that. I quite like Annie, again for her resilience, her strength, even though she's gone through so much and it has marked her and affected her, she's still standing, which I think is amazing. Did you guys decorate the house for the holidays? Ish. We honestly didn't have time. Ben graduated from university like a week before Christmas and we had to fly down to Melbourne for that, and between that and moving house and that kind of stuff, we didn't really do much decorating. We did a little bit, but not much. Are the decorations still up? Nope, they're gone. What would your training score be in the Hunger Games? What day would you die on? I would probably die on the first day. My training score would be low. I can't do much. Well, Nanny's back. Where's Ben? Ben had to go deal with the dog. So we have neighbors who have dogs, and sometimes the dogs will get to the fence and will start barking at each other, and so we have to call them back. So Ben will every so often disappear to deal with Nanny or that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Do you think a love story was ever tried before but failed in the Hunger Games? I'm sure it was. I don't think Hamish would have been the first one to think of that in 74 years. I'm sure it's been tried. Favorite Disney villain? Hades, I would say, probably. Yeah. Favorite Effie outfit? Yeah, the one where she's getting Katniss ready for Snow's execution is great. I think the pink one is just so iconic, her pink outfit, so I think probably that one, or in the butterfly one from Catching Fire is awesome. Yes, I'm a Slytherin, that's why I've got a Slytherin banner. Ben is a Ravenclaw. I'm a Slytherin. A lot of people assume I'm a Ravenclaw, but I'm not. I'm a snake. That's not a snake, but whatever. Let's just pretend that's a snake. Thanks for laughing at me. Who do you hope Susan presents in her new book? New characters. That's not what you're asking. I hope that she presents more mature characters, like adult characters. Obviously it's a young adult novel, so most of the characters will probably still be around that young adult age, but it would be nice to get kind of a more adult perspective on what's going on. If you had a sister that was called into the games, would you volunteer? It's hard to say. I have a little brother and I have thought about it, but thankfully I'm not in that situation that I'd have to make that decision. I probably would volunteer for my brother because he's my baby brother and it's my job as his sister to protect him. But also that means death, so like, eek. Which Hunger Games character do you and Ben hate the most? I don't really hate any character. I mean, like, President Coin and President Snow are bad, but I like them because they're realistic. So I don't really hate anyone. Do you hate anyone?
No one comes to mind.
Because even the, like, bad tributes, they're just a product of where they came from. So you can't really blame them for who they are or what they've done. Hello from Austria. Hi from Australia. It's almost the same word. Right. Where I live, it's kind of starting to like Michigan, or where it would be in Pan the Mitten. Okay. What do I think would happen if Katniss teamed up with the careers? I'm not going to answer that, Addie, because I've got a video on that topic coming out. So I'm not going to answer that. Sorry. But there is a video coming, so you will get my opinion. Did I ever feel bad for Gale? Yeah. I mean, it is sad that he was in love with someone that didn't love him back, but that's also life. So I felt bad for him, but not that much. That sounds really cold. But it happens that you like someone or love someone and they don't reciprocate that. So you might hear Nanny growling in the background. Do you prefer Gary Ross or Francis Lawrence? I prefer Francis Lawrence. He followed the books much more, I find, than Gary Ross, and I didn't like the shaky camera effect Gary put into the movie. Hello from Spain. Hola. I'm not going to speak any more Spanish than that. I do actually speak Spanish, but I'm not going to do it on the internet. Do you think Foxface could have won? I mean, anyone could win. I do think Foxface had a very good chance. She went so far already, so she wasn't far from winning. So I do think if the conditions had been right, she could have won. Hello from New Zealand. Hi. Yes, honey, he definitely was often described as having snake-like qualities, and the fact that there's a snake on the cover. He would be very young in that book, but it's possible that parts of the book are in his perspective, or he shows up in the book, so we'll have to see. What age would I want to go into the games? As old as possible. It gives me the most advantage. What district would you prefer to be in if you had a choice? District 4, because it's fishing, and I love the water and the ocean. I mean, I'm a scuba diver, so I'd like to be in the water. Favorite scene from the Hunger Games? I have to pick one? Oh, what's my favorite scene? I don't know. There's too many scenes I like. All of them? I had to cop out, and I'm keeping it. Thank you, Harry. Hi from Manchester. What happened to Canis and Prim's pet goat? Canis supposes that when District 12 gets bombed, Lady the goat died because they never found her. So that's a bit sad, but yes, so Lady most likely died. When you first read the Hunger Games, did you ever want to be in the Hunger Games? Nope. I wanted to be in the capital, not because I agree with the Hunger Games, but because I like sparkly stuff, in case you couldn't tell, and extravagant makeup. I'm sure you guys all knew that. It's a bit obvious. Are you Team Peter or Team Gale? Personally, I'm Team Peter. I don't agree with Gale's politics or the way he views human life, so that's why. But I don't have a problem with Gale, before anyone says anything. If you're in the situation that Foxface was in, what would you do? I probably would do what she did at that point, because facing Katniss, Peter, or Cato would mean certain death, and most likely painful, and I'd rather just get it done with. And Nanny's growling again in the background. When Beta comes back, we can do a giveaway. Why not? What would have happened if District 13 had rescued Peter instead of Katniss? Would he be the Mockingjay? I'm actually working on a video about that, Amelia, so I'm not going to answer that. You guys are getting a lot of information as to what's coming soon. Saddest scene from the whole trilogy? Probably Prim's death, not just because Prim died, but Katniss did so much to protect her sister, and the repercussions Prim's death had on so many people is really devastating. Is there a particular look you would like to try out that you haven't had a chance to yet? A lot. I'd like to do more eye makeup. I'm just trying to think, like, anything extravagant and fun. Obviously that's weird because I'm introverted, but I like sparkly things and I like colourful things. So, hello from Scotland. Hi Jack. I'm originally from Scotland. So, who is your favourite tribute from both 74th and 75th Hunger Games? In the 74th, I really like Foxface, and 75th, I like Joanna. Who's your favourite character in the Hunger Games? I don't really have one favourite character, but if I had to pick, I would probably pick Effie. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Team Jacob. Wow, that's old. If you're in the capital, what job would you have? I wouldn't have a job. I'd sit around, watch TV and eat chocolate all day. Why are you laughing? Would you marry Finnick? I mean, I wouldn't say no. I'm just gonna move forward. Have you read the Hunger Games tribute letters? They're on Google and I think Tumblr and Pinterest. Some are very sad. And I've read a few of those, Palm Tree. They are quite interesting to read. Prediction for Songbirds and Snakes? Not particularly. I mean, I've kind of gone over most of my predictions in videos in the past. I think I'm just kind of waiting to see where it goes because it's hard to say what's going to happen. Right, should we do a giveaway?
Yes.
What should we do the giveaway for?
The Discord or Patreon?
Yes. So a lot of you know I have a Discord server, but it's Patreon exclusive. But we're doing a giveaway where you get 1 month access to the server for free.
And if you're already on the server, which means you're already a Patreon, you go up 1 level on Patreon. So if you did $3 for 1 month, you get the equivalent of the 5, etc.
So yeah, you'd get bumped. So if you're already a Patreon, you get bumped up 1 of the levels, and if you're not a Patreon, you get bumped up into the Patreon level. Who's my favorite Victor? Probably Finnick or Joanna. Doing some Twilight theories. I might, honey. I'd have to go read them again, which I'm not really looking forward to. Last time I read them, I didn't enjoy them nearly as much as I thought I would. The giveaway will start with just technical difficulties.
So, to enter the giveaway, you have to type !bubblewin in the chat. You have 2 minutes, and then automatically it will draw someone from the people who have typed !bubblewin.
So yeah, so make sure you put in the exclamation point so that the bot can catch it. If you don't, Ben's great at camera work.
I am very bad at camera work.
And then what are we gonna contact the people, or people will contact?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You have, yes, Tessa, I have a Discord server. I'd say it's linked to my Patreon. Oh boy, anyone who has questions, I haven't had time to. Harry Potter ships that you like? I've only read the books once. Excuse me, so I'd have to go over them again to see if there's any ships that I like. Yes, I've only read them once, I know. Did you know when filming the elevator scene catching fire, the elevator stopped on the wrong floor, so guests saw her? I did not know that. That's quite funny. Do you think the game would change if Thresh killed Kato instead? Well, obviously having different tributes at the end would change things, but ultimately I think Peter and Katniss as a team would still win against just the one tribute.
Just so you know, typing it multiple times don't give you multiple entries. Once you've typed it once, you're in the system.
Yes, so the bot will only take one entry per person. I mean, you guys can keep going if you want, but it's not going to help. And it is a bot, we're not actually picking. Ben's smart and figured things out. I can't do this. This is why he's here, he does all the technical stuff.
I do.
What arena would I choose? I would choose Tropical Island, which I know sounds really naive, but I survive really well in the tropics. I've lived in the tropics a lot, and I've survived off of nature in the tropics before, so I can do it, and I'm a very strong swimmer. So I think something like that would kind of play to my strengths. What's the hardest arena? Probably arenas that are based in like a desert or something like that, where there's not many resources, would probably be quite difficult to use. What arena would you not want? Anything with like mountains, that kind of stuff. I don't do heights, I don't do being in the air, so stuff like that. Do you know any other characters from the Hunger Games you would do a character spotlight? So I've got quite a few character spotlights on the Hunger Games still planned. Obviously those of you on Patreon who are at the extra video level know that I do quite a few smaller videos on there, so there's also characters going over there. So there's quite a few still. Have you read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I haven't, he started it.
Yes.
You did start it, okay.
I did start it.
I had this moment where I was like, wait, maybe he didn't. If you're in the Hunger Games, what weapon would you choose? Anything I could get my hands on, because I'm not good with any weapon. Actually, that's not true. I can use a harpoon. If there's a harpoon, I'd use a harpoon. If not, anything I could get a hand on. Hi, Connor. What do you think would happen if Max didn't volunteer for Annie? Unfortunately, I think that would mean Annie would have to go into the arena, and it would weaken Finnick quite a bit because he'd be protecting her. So I think it would change quite a few things, but overall it wouldn't. Like, just small details would change.
I've announced the winner in the chat.
Ah, yes.
Because the bow was supposed to do it, but didn't.
Yay, technical difficulties. So, oh god, I can't read that. Iftika, you have won access to the Discord for 1 month. So make sure to send me an email so that we can organize that. Who's my favorite actress? Like, just actress? I don't know, Sophie Turner. First actress I could think of. I'm really not good at you'll notice this, I'm bad at actors, actresses, directors, all that, like their names. I can recognize their faces but not their names. So Sophie Turner is the first name that came to my head, so we'll do that. If I had to pick, would I rather be coronated as Snow or Armor Coin? Snow. I don't know, the idea of poisoning people who annoy me is kind of fun. That sounds really bad. Also, I'm a Slytherin, so I'm a snake, and he's a snake. So, yay. How many career winners do you think there were? Probably around, I don't know, 30, something like that. Close to half would be my guess, maybe even more. It's hard to say. Thank you, Connor, for congratulating me. Do I like Star Wars? I don't. Nor does he.
No.
What arena would I create if I were a game maker? Ooh, that's a good question. I've never actually thought of creating an arena. I think I definitely want there to be different areas of trees or without trees, with water, without water, that kind of stuff, to kind of make things a bit more complicated. But I actually genuinely don't know what kind of an arena I would create. What about you? Throwing it onto you now, so I can have a drink. Thank you, Jocelyn. I have not seen The Witcher on Netflix, no. Thank you, Palm Tree. These are from my best friend from Belgium, who was in the chat and then she disappeared. It's pretty typical. What would I name Katniss's child? You're still on the question, by the way.
Still on the question.
Yeah, I'm just working through. Ben's not very good on
I
camera.
think I made like a confusing arena.
Arena, well done.
Like, kind of like a maze and several sections that kind of look like each other, but they're not actually the same. And
Ooh, that's good. That's evil.
yes, I am evil.
What would I name Katniss's children? I don't know. Probably not named after people they've lost. I know a lot of people say that, but I think Katniss and Peter may want to move on and not have to look back all the time. So not like Finnick, that kind of stuff. But I don't know what they'd want to name their kids. What do you think would have happened if Thresh hadn't saved Katniss? I think there probably would have been a showdown between Clove and Cato and Katniss and Peter. And in that case, I think Clove and Cato would likely have won because Peter was injured. What do you think will happen if Gale would have volunteered for Peter? I've actually done a video where Gale goes, where I talk about Gale going into the Hunger Games with Katniss. So you'll have to go check that out. If you're Katniss, would you agree to being the Mockingjay? Probably. It's like the only way to save your country. So yes, probably. Bye, HGL. It was nice having you. Just saying, spare the question coming through. Yes, so Caro, who's just popped into the chat, is the friend who gave me the sparklies. And as usual, she's hiding. If you were in the Hunger Games, do you think you'd survive? Nope. If not, what placement would you rank? One of the first to die. I'm not physically fit. Bye, Tessa. It was nice seeing you. Any books or book series you plan to read into Bubble at whatever age? I definitely want to read The Lord of the Rings to them. My mom's a huge Lord of the Rings fan and I grew up with it. I'd love to read his Dark Materials, but probably I'd let them read those themselves when they're quite a bit older, because it's not really for little kids. Same with the Hunger Games, it's not really for little kids. I'd probably read the Chronicles of Narnia, because I grew up with the Chronicles of Narnia. So those are the ones I'm thinking of for now. How old will Bubble be when they watch the Hunger Games? I'd like for them to be at least 12 or 13. I think younger than that, you don't understand the political aspects. And also, there's a lot of violence for a kid to watch. But I'm not putting an age. Kind of when they're interested, I'm never going to force them to watch or read anything either. It's not fair. If they don't want to, they don't want to. But if they're interested in watching it and I think that they're mature enough, then we'll watch it. You think I'd like The Witcher? I want to watch it. I do. I need to get around to it. I'm being lazy about it. Can you do a video what would happen if Katniss chose Gale, not Peter, after the war? Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. I will try and remember that. I will remember it. Have you watched Supernatural? I have. I'm a couple seasons behind because him and I are now catching up because I finally convinced Ben to watch it. But I've been watching Supernatural for a few years. It's very good. Who would win in a fight, Cato, Clove, or Finnick and Joanna? Probably Finnick and Joanna. They're bigger, stronger, and older than Cato and Clove. So they've got that on their side. I don't watch Star Wars, so no. Bye, Fusion. Hopefully we see you later. Do you want Bubble to be a girl or a boy? We don't care. That's why we didn't find out, because it doesn't matter. We just want them to be happy and healthy. And to like sparkly stuff. No, I'm kidding. They don't have to. What would you do if Ben and I went into the Hunger Games? He'd probably kill me.
When I don't have a choice anymore. Not like for a second.
I can be pretty annoying. Favorite Narnia character? Ooh. Great, of course I said I grew up on Narnia and I can't remember any of the characters. I actually like Mr. Tumnus. Obviously, last time I read Narnia I was about 12. But I remember liking Tumnus, so. Bubble is our baby to be. So I'm currently 7 months pregnant and we're not finding out the gender, so we can't call the baby by a name and we're not gonna say it or them, so we're calling the baby Bubble. But Bubble will not be their name.
Shall we do the announcement?
Yes, we can do the announcement. So there's going to be a bit of a break in the questions. Sorry, but we've got a fun announcement for you guys. Do you want to?
Yes.
Because you've got it all organized and timed and everything.
Oh,
so.
look at that. It's not. Oh, it's working again.
So a lot of you know that I have merch So this is what my store on Teespring looks like at the moment. So that's what's available at the moment.
Yes, t-shirts, hoodie, 2 towels, leggings, and a baby onesie.
And of course, we had to do a baby onesie. Well, with us having a baby. But we've been working on some new stuff.
So if I reload the page,
Is it gonna work?
that's the question.
Is it gonna work? We've been having technical difficulties all day. It worked!
Yay!
So a lot of you have been asking me to make phone cases and stickers. So, phone cases and stickers. I may have gone a little bit nuts.
So there's 2 stickers. There's the Story Diver sticker and the Happy Bubbles sticker. There's a Story Diver tote bag that has
That way you don't
the
use plastic.
Happy Bubbles design on the back. And there's 4 different phone cases that are all available for both iPhone and Samsung. So there's the Happy Bubbles with the bubbles, just the bubbles, just the Happy Bubbles, and the channel logo.
Yeah, so that's available on teespring.com.
The link should be written.
Yes,
yeah.
the link is on your screen. Haha. So yeah, so you guys have been asking for new merch for a while. I'm sorry it took so long. It takes a while sometimes to. It doesn't actually take a while to do. It just takes a while to sit down and like get it done, if that makes sense. But it's done now. And normally this year there will be more new merch releases more often, is the plan. How old are you? I am 24 years old.
Back to us.
If you had a chance to kill Katniss, would you do it? I mean, I'd try, but me against Katniss, it ain't gonna happen. She's gonna kill me first. Unpopular Hunger Games opinion. Too many young kids read it and they shouldn't be. It's not for younger children, it's young adults, as in like 14, 15 and up. I don't believe 12-year-olds should be reading that series. Do you think they'll do a sequel to the Hunger Games? I don't. It's been 10 years, there's never been talk of a sequel, always been talk of a prequel. So I don't think there'll be a sequel. I think it's ended well, and I think Collins wanted it to end kind of open in the way it did for people to kind of leave up to their own interpretation of what's going to happen. Thank you, Palm Tree. Who is my least favorite character? I don't really have a least favorite. I mean, we went over what characters we hated and there's none. My stickies are coming off. I guess least favorite character would probably be someone like Brutus or Nabaria, someone who's completely brainwashed by the Capitol and won't like break out of that to see what's actually going on. Would you execute Snow if you were given the chance? Yeah, he's not a good guy. But again, I don't see why I'd be given the chance. Oh, I'm dreaming you've got a daughter. How old is she? I need to know. Sorry, baby talk. Need the stickers. I'm so excited about having stickers. I'm actually about to order a bunch myself. Which district would you like to see more of? I think I'd like to see more of all the districts, really. Yeah, especially the career districts, to see how different they are to the non-career ones and see what the brainwashing and stuff is like. That sounds really bad. Bye, Keelan. Thank you so much for joining. If I went into the 74th Hunger Games, who would I ally with? Probably no one, because I would die first. If I got the option, I'd ally with anybody who wants to ally with me, because it gives me more chances. I don't see myself going far in the games at all. Which character from the Hunger Games do you find most relatable? Probably Joanna, which is kind of weird, but she's gone through a lot of horrible stuff, and part of her is angry, but she uses that anger to push her forwards, and I think that's really important, and it's quite relatable to me. That's going a bit weird route, so that's that. Who's my favourite unnamed tribute from the 74th Hunger Games? I mean, technically Foxface isn't named, right? Foxface isn't her real name, so can I go with Foxface? Do I think Jennifer Lawrence played Katniss well? I do. I do think she did a really good job. What do I wish for in the prequel? Which district? I just hope it's not in District 12. We've seen enough of 12, and it'd be interesting to see one of the other districts and how they work, that kind of stuff. It's not stupid at all. My opinion on Foxface is she's really smart, and I think she could have gone really far, and she did go really far, especially considering where she came from. Nobody thought she'd get nearly as far as she did. So I think She's a really good character. I really like her. Aw, 3 months and 2 and 3 years. Wow, you got a lot of kids. Well, you've got 3, but that feels like a lot. I've got none. I don't remember his name, but what do you think about the old District 12 peacekeeper? Darius being turned into an A-box. I mean, it's a shame, but he was technically breaking the law, so... It's hard to say. He was a good guy, but he was breaking the law, so he should be punished, but he was a good guy, so... You have a puppy named Bailey. She's a beagle and only 7 months... She's watching! Hi, Bailey! Hi! 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 I hope that got her all hyped up. That's what I do when I hear there's a dog. I have to get them hyped up. If you could volunteer for any tribute in the first Hunger Games other than Peter, Katniss, or Rue, who would you do? I wouldn't volunteer for anyone. I'm not attached to them. I don't know these people. That's really... I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry. What model Samsung phone does the case come in?
I've answered in the chat.
Oh, Ben has answered you in the chat, Robin. What district do you think would you be from? I'd like to be from District 4, just because it's fishing and I'm a scuba diver and I like the water, so. Have I watched The Vampire Diaries? I have not. If you could only execute one or the other, who would you execute, Snow or Coin? Imagine you're in Katniss' situation. Coin, because Snow's dying anyway from poison, so he's gonna end up being dead. And enough people hate him that he's gonna end up being dead, so. Who won the 10th Hunger Games? We don't know. We'll have to find out in the new book. That's very exciting. If you were being chased by mutts, what would you do? Run or just let yourself be killed? Depends how far I am in the games and what kind of mutts they are. If it's really early on and I don't think I'm going to win, I may as well just die at that point. But if I have a chance, I would try and survive. I think Isabel Furman would have actually played a good Katniss also, but she was quite young for the role, and I think Jennifer Lawrence brought maturity to the role that was needed for Katniss. Considering everything she's gone through, Katniss is a very mature 16-year-old, so I think that was necessary. Yes, Foxface did get a score of 5 and was from District 5 and died 5th. That is pretty cool. Don't know how much of that was like purposeful, her dying 5th. Could be interesting to see if that was done on purpose or just a happy coincidence. If I was a career, what weapon would I choose? Probably a distance weapon, a spear or archery or something like that, but it's hard to say. Do you think we'll see more of Mags in the new book? I hope so. It is the games before the games she won, so it's hard to tell, but I hope we see a lot of her. I think we probably will because it's the right time period and she is a fan favorite character, so. Oh, your fiance is like Peter. Oh, that's so cute. Who's my favorite YouTuber? Oh, I don't think they were asking you.
No.
I quite like Christine from Simply Neological. At the moment, I'm mainly watching her. I also like Sophia Nygaard, Super Karen Brothers. Who else do I like? The Try Guys. I like fun things. What's your favorite Pixar movie? Finding Nemo. I have a lot of memories attached to Finding Nemo. My little brother and I know the movie off by heart, and we'll start at some point in the movie and just do the rest of the movie back and forth unless someone tells us to stop. So it's a movie that's really dear to me, so definitely Finding Nemo. What district, and do you think you'd stand any chance of winning if you root for the... I'd like to be in District 4, in which case I'd be a career if I had grown up in District 4, so I would do well in the games, I think. Haha, I'd do so well. But if me right now were to go in the games, I would not do well. I would die immediately. Hi, Koufles. Hope I'm saying that right. Or Oufles? Si Oufles? Oufles? Anyway, I'm gonna stop. Do you want them to make a movie or book on the symbolic Hunger Games? Personally, I don't, because I don't actually think they happened. I have a video covering this. But if they did happen, it could be interesting to see. Would I ever reach out and interview Susan Collins herself? Yes. 100%. That's actually one of my dreams with this channel, is to get an opportunity like that. We'll see if it happens. But yes. Which actors would you like to see in the prequel movie? I am terrible with actors. I just never, as soon as people are like, oh, what do you think of this actor? I'm like, I don't know. Actors who would play the roles well is who I'd like to see. Who had the saddest death in the 74th Hunger Games of the career pack? Probably Kato. It was drawn out long and he had time to kind of think over everything, so that's my guess. If Ben was in the games, what weapon would he use? That's for you.
A battle axe.
A battle axe?
Yeah. It's multi-purpose. You can use it to like cut down wood and stuff.
I've not thought of the battle axe. Bye, Palm Tree. Thank you so much for being here and asking so many questions. Thank you so much. Is that real? Hello? Ben! I know he's called Ben, so the amount of times I go, Ben! I make him watch the videos with me a lot. You like Ben, though.
I do like Ben.
Of course you like Ben. You are Ben. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie? I seem to remember I've only seen them once, a while ago. I think which one did I enjoy? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
I'm a fake Harry Potter fan. No, I only got into Harry Potter about a year and a half ago, and I've only watched the movies once. I seem to remember enjoying the later movies quite a bit. Do you think Lionsgate will make the new movie based on the prequel? I do. Actually, Collins and Lionsgate are already in discussions for the movie. Nothing confirmed yet because they need to see what the book does, but there are discussions. Which couple do you ship, Kato Clove, Kato Glimmer? Neither. I don't particularly ship characters. Oh, Christopher, you can just ask the question once. I'll get there. What's my favorite book out of the trilogy? Mockingjay. I like the political side and that kind of stuff. So, what's the saddest death ever in the series? Probably Prim, because of the repercussions it has on so many people around her. The victor of the 10th Hunger Games was named. Actually, Christopher, that's from a really, really popular fan fiction that was then picked up by the media who didn't fact check themselves, but it's not actually been confirmed ever by Collins or anyone who's like in charge of creating the canon storyline. So, oh, it's okay. Ultimate Danganronpa. Ooh, I hope that. I think I know who you might be. So I just know someone who's a huge Danganronpa fan who's also a huge Hunger Games fan. So I wonder if it's the same person. But we'll see you later, hopefully. If you're killed, what day would you want it to be? As soon as possible. Less suffering in the arena. Where is Ben from?
I'm from France.
Super talkative.
That answers the question.
It does. Do you think the other victim from District 12, the one who died before, would be in the prequel? It's very possible, but it's hard to say. Personally, I'd rather not, just because I'd rather see a different district, but it is possible. Would you want to be an extra in the new movie? Yes, but I doubt it'll happen because I'm pretty sure they're filming in the States. If you and Ben were game makers, what mutt would you put in the games? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I'd put something venomous, for sure. I don't know why, I just immediately thought of Venom. I think something that looks pretty harmless and cute, and people would be like, oh, look at the cute thing, and then it kills you. I'm very bizarre. Would you ever vote a yes or no for another Hunger Games of Capital's Children? No. I don't think you need more violence to end violence. I think you just stop it. Do you think Lionsgate may influence the book creating process? I doubt it. Collins is very adamant in how she creates books and that she doesn't allow other people to influence her or change things, so I don't think they've had much influence. Who had the saddest death in Catching Fire? I mean, I always find Mag's death really hard. Part of that's also because my grandmother's name was Maggie, which is shortened to Mags, and they kind of look the same. So I don't know if that's my problem with it, but I always found Mag's death was the saddest for me. Katniss's opening ceremony outfit in the 75th is better, I find. The fact that it like burns up is really cool. Do you know how Mags won her games? It's not stated anywhere exactly how she won her games. Again, there's a lot of fan fictions to cover it, but no one really knows, if I remember correctly. If I had to bring one character back from the dead, who would it be? That's an interesting question. Probably Finnick, so he gets to actually live with his wife and child. Can you speak French? I'm half French, so yes, I can speak a lot of French. I grew up speaking French. If you were one of the career tributes in the 74th Hunger Games, which would you be? I'd like to be Clove. I'd probably be Glimmer. What Hogwarts house are you? I'm a Slytherin!
Never Ravenclaw.
Although you're quite sure he'd die early, would you think Ben would survive? If not, how far would he make? And how long does Ben think he make? I'm not sure Ben would get very far. He's quite small. You're not a very big person, so I don't think he'd get far either. What do you think?
I think I tried to hide and wait until there's as little people left as possible before doing anything, but it's hard to know if I actually succeed and manage to get food without being detected and all of that. And once I actually start fighting people, will I actually survive? It's hard to tell.
If you're attacked by monkey mats and you're in the top 3, what would you do? At that point, I would try and survive and fight them off. I mean, I'm in the top 3, I've got a good chance of winning. Pregnancy question. Since falling pregnant, have you had any weird cravings? Is there any particular food or drink that you're really missing? I'm missing sushi, which is weird because I don't eat fish anyway. But every time Ben gets sushi, I'm like, I would like the sushi. Deli meats is another one I'm really missing. And by far the weirdest pregnancy craving I had is I wanted to smell, not eat, smell muffins for like a week. I was sending Ben to get chocolate chip muffins and I would just smell them and then put them away. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Ben, what is your favorite district?
3.
Yay. Whose death do you think is sadder, Rue or Finnick? I think Finnick because he was just kind of starting a life with a new family. I think that's pretty devastating. Rue obviously being so young was sad, but I don't know, to me Finnick's death is harder. Hello from South Africa, hello! I'm trying to answer as many questions as possible. What's your star sign? Virgo. We're both Virgos. We're actually only 18 days apart. I'm oldest. If I could kill any character in the arena, who would it be? Realistically, one of the smaller ones that are weak. That sounds really wrong. Just because I can't kill someone big. But if I could kill anybody, I'd probably kill someone like Enabara or Brutus because I don't like the fact that they're adults who still fall for the brainwashing. I feel like they should have kind of woken up by now.
We're going to take a small break from the questions. I'd like you to wear these.
Why?
You'll see.
I don't know. I'm being forced to stop answering you guys. I'm sorry.
There's going to be a little something playing.
Hi friends! Today it's putting the bubblers from Story Diver into the spotlight.
Hey Jess, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. I am so proud of you. I've been there since the start, since the channel was even created, and I've been able to see you grow for the past 18 months now, and no words, and I mean no words, can describe how proud I am of you and how much I love you.
Hey Jess, it's me and Raven. Here to say happy 1,000. I can't believe you've grown so much in such a short period of time. It really just goes to show how much love and dedication you put into your work. And I am so proud of you. Keep it up.
Congratulations on reaching 1,000 subscribers, Jess. Doesn't feel that long ago you only reached 100. Can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Hiya Jess. Just wants to wish you a massive congratulations for reaching 1,000 subscribers. That is insane. It only feels like yesterday when it was 100 subscribers.
I know.
Your channel is massively growing. Your videos are fantastic. I love watching them. So, thanks again from me and the dogs.
The dogs!
Hey Jess. Congrats on 1,000 subs. And I think today, as we're recording this, you were at 150,000 views, which is pretty cool. Like, you started this a little over a year ago, I think it was, so it's not bad. Get a nice little view of everything going on up here. It's
Snow.
pretty nice.
Hiya Jess, Remember, like a year ago, I was like, oh, happy 100, that's amazing, here's to 1,000, as if it was so unattainable. Yet, here we are, 1,000 subs! I can't believe it. You are incredible. You are an absolute inspiration, getting out videos so consistently, working so hard on them, all the research you do, how much you make it entertaining. You have improved so much, and I'm mega proud. Here's to 10,000. So proud. Congratulations.
Aww. And that's flamingos. Great, now it's in my head, Caroline. Thank you. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna cry.
Hi Jess, didn't steal your set this time. Turns out I don't need it to say congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. You have absolutely smashed your 2019 goals, and I can't wait to see what 2020 holds for you and the channel.
Hey Jess, it's KT dropping in to say congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. You have worked so hard to get to this milestone. I can't wait to see the 1,000,000 subscriber mark. Keep on doing Story Diver. I love all your videos, and 1,000 of us love your videos. We love you, and congratulations.
Congrats on reaching 1,000 subscribers, Jess. You've definitely earned it.
Hi Jess, congratulations on reaching 1,000 subscribers. I'm so proud of you. I love your channel and I can't wait to watch it grow.
Hey Jess, it's Pix here, and I want to wish you a huge congratulations on this amazing milestone. Everything you do shows your love and passion and drive. You are such a positive force, and that comes through in your content and within every interaction I have with you. Congratulations. I cannot wait to continue following your journey and see what you do next.
And until next time,
Happy
bubbles! Thank you. Oh, that was really sweet. Thanks. I'm okay.
You okay?
Thank you guys, all of you who participated. That's really sweet. That's why they were here. I need to go to the bathroom. Thank you all. That was really nice. That means a lot to me. You're sweet. I'm trying, Felicity, but it's hard. It's really sweet of you guys to have done that. Thank you. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Ben's abandoned me too. I'm just here like Thank you all of you who have subscribed, watched a video, liked a video, anything. It really means the world to me. And as a lot of people said, the channel's so young to already be this big. So thank you guys so much. I'm very overwhelmed. Let me do this. Yes, Celine, there are a lot of people from the SCV community. I'm really lucky to have an amazing growing community of my own. There's weird sounds coming from behind me. Now, I will just say, I do know something's up. Because Ben's been hiding stuff in his office. But I don't know what's up. I think it has to do with the pile of boxes that's being slid towards me.
No.
No, nothing to do. It's just boxes we forgot to unpack.
Yes.
Yes. Oh gosh. Oh no.
So, all these bubblers and some other two want to congratulate you on 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you. You didn't have to get me any. I feel really awkward now. But foam! You got me foam! Oh wow! Wait! Can I get out? That's so cool! Look at it! It's a dive tank. Like a fake tank. Can I get it out? That is so cool. Thank you so much. Wow. So a lot of you don't know this. I'm actually a scuba diving instructor, and this is like a mini scuba diving tank with my logo on it. That is so cool. Thank you, everybody who participated. Thank you, and thank you for the phone. That was a really bad joke.
People felt very generous, and that's the very not practical gift. It's very nice, but not the most practical. So,
but it's a gift. That's what. Oh,
it's a little extra something.
You need an extra something. I'm not on camera anymore, I'm hiding.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, Lace, he's actually my fiance, we're engaged. More foam!
Yes, more foam.
Soundproofing foam! Oh my god!
And
I'll move that out of the way now. Thank you guys so much! I actually was about to buy some!
there was actually a problem with the order. You were supposed to get
Thank you! More foam!
6 boxes.
Oh.
Only 5 made it so far. The last one's on the way. But they sent the wrong colors for these ones.
Oh.
These ones are black.
They sent black, and they were supposed to send...
They were supposed to send 3 boxes of blue and 3 boxes of purple.
Oh, but still, I get soundproofing foam. I know that's really weird to be excited about, but that's actually really cool.
So there's 10 panels per box.
Yay!
So that's 60 panels in total.
I know what I'm doing today. I'm putting up soundproofing. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you everybody for doing that. That's really sweet, and you really didn't have to. And it's very awkward getting gifts. I'm not very good at them.
While we're on to gifts, shall we do a giveaway?
Yes, that way I can give you guys something.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
That's nice. Oh, Kitty Cupcake. I remember you. Hi. Yes, you were here for the 500. Thank you. I'm back to questions now if you guys want to throw some. Hi, it's Megan. Do you play Minecraft? Are you asking me or are you asking it's probably you asking it's Megan. I want fun for my sponsors. How many lipsticks do I own? That is a good question. I think 14, something like that. I can't remember now. 14, 16? A lot. Do you want to do the giveaway?
Yes.
You just got back from a helicopter ride. That's cool. I want to go on a helicopter ride. I don't actually. I don't really like being in the air, but it's cool.
So this time the giveaway is for a poster.
So these posters were actually drawn by Almsey that you've seen in the chat and you just saw in that video. And they are limited edition. There's only 44 of them left at this point. And I will sign them in the color of your choice from the colors that I have.
And so to enter, like last time, exclamation mark bubble win, and tapping it multiple times won't do anything. So.
Yeah, just type it in once. Will you ever drop some merch? Quantum, I actually have merch. So I got the poster that was just shown. And if you go on teespring.com/store/storydiver, you'll find all of my merch that I have, not counting the posters there on a different website. It's all linked in the description of the video, normally.
Yes.
Do you want to let her out because she's screaming?
Yes.
What weapon would I choose if I were in the games? I'm not good with anything except for like a harpoon because I've done harpoon fishing, so if there's a harpoon I'd use that, if not a distance weapon preferably. If you're in the arena with Ben, Crow, Foxface, Peter, who would you kill first? I mean, I don't want to kill Ben, so any of the others that I could kill, any I get a chance to kill. If you could kill any surviving Hunger Games character, who would it be? I don't really want to kill anyone. I think they've all suffered enough. What's my favorite arena? I love the arena in Catching Fire. I just think it was such a fun idea. Ben's disappeared again. What do you think happened to the world before Panem was formed? Well, we know that there was a huge war that almost devastated everything and killed everyone, and global warming, so I'm gonna go with that. Favorite Hunger Games quote? I like the thing that Effie was saying, if you put enough pressure on coals, it turns into diamonds, it turns into pearls, just because it's funny. What's your favorite Hunger Games theory or story that you've heard? I like all fan fictions kind of equally. I'm not a huge fan of fanfics most of the time. Just, I don't know, it's not really my thing, but I like the ones I've read. My favorite Hunger Games theory is going to sound really weird, but I like all the ones I've done. I work on them because I genuinely enjoy the idea, so I don't know if I have a favorite. Guys, should I get the bubble hoodie? I would say yes. It's nice. It's really comfortable, actually. They're really good quality, the Teespring clothes. Do you think the new book will state something about Mags and how she may have won her games? It's possible. The new book takes place on the 10th Hunger Games and Mags won the 11th, so we might see a bit about her. I don't know. I hope we do. If you could choose the arena for Hunger Games already in the movie or not, what would it be? I personally would like to be on a tropical island type arena because I've survived off of the land in the tropics before and I know I can do it and I'm a strong swimmer and I know the tropic climate the most. So
the winner for the giveaway has been announced.
So Honey ALDC, you have won. So make sure to email me so that we can organize getting that posted to you. If you could, I've done that one. If you were a victor, how would you personally react to the announcement realization that you might be going back into the arena? I would be very angry. I would probably react like Joanna did, saying a lot of not good words. Did President Snow ever participate in past Hunger Games? He didn't. The Hunger Games are only for kids from the districts and President Snow grew up in the capital. So he's lucky. Do you watch Hunger Games fan films? I don't tend to. Again, it's not that I don't like fan creations. Obviously, I'm a fan who creates stuff. I do. I think I just don't really have time. This is my biggest thing. Did you like the cover of the new book? Loved your analysis on the design, but I was curious what you thought. I do. I really like the cover and the title. I kind of go over why I like them in the video, but I really do like them. I think they're very good. If the arena was basically ocean and the weapons were in the ocean, what would you grab? A weapon or don't grab one? I would grab a weapon. You're better off having one. It can only help you. Lots of people congratulating Honey. This chat is all about foam. I still have the foam right next to me. Look at it. Soundproofing. Yay. That's very exciting. I knew something was up. Because Ben and I share a Discord server for testing stuff, and it's just the two of us on it, and then I realized a while ago that I wasn't on it anymore, and I just assumed Ben had deleted it, but then you were showing me something on Discord on your computer, and I saw you were still on it, and that made me suspicious. And then the fact that I was never allowed to be there when you got post from the postman was a bit weird. I was being kicked out. Do I like Haymitch or Effie more, and do I ship them? I think I like Effie more, just because she's just funny. I just like her so much, and I do ship them, actually. Cats or dogs? I prefer dogs. I've worked as a dog trainer. I've grown up with dogs. I have a dog. You can probably hear her. But yeah, I prefer dogs. I have no problem against cats. I just prefer dogs. It would be interesting if the book ends with Mags being reaped. I think that's probably how it's going to end anyway, but I think it'd be really interesting. Do you think that if the rebellion didn't happen after Katniss was in the games, it would ever happen? I think it would have eventually happened. You can't stop something like that from growing, so I think so. Would you play the game solo or in allies? So my strategy if I were in the games would be to get people to trust me and then I'd kill them in their sleep. So kind of both. I'd be allied until I kill them all. Do I ship Kato and Clove? I don't know, personally. Oh, thank you, Christopher. I think Clove is better. I think she's more talented, and I quite like her personality. Do I think that Portia was in cahoots with Cinna with the revolution? I think it's very possible. They were very close and they worked together quite a bit, so I do think it's very possible. You'd grab something from the edge of the cornucopia since it's a bloodbath. Yeah, if I had to grab anything, it'd be from the edge. I wouldn't try and go in, because I would not survive. Do I like Haymitch drunk or sober? Sober. I don't like people under the influence of stuff. They're not who they really are. Do you think Foxface would have survived the second rebellion if she had won? Probably. I'd never thought of that. Yeah, I think she'd survive. She's very smart. So I do think she would survive. Especially again, if she was rescued by 13, then I definitely think she would have survived. Do you think Portia and her squad deserve to be executed? Not at all. Most people that were executed didn't deserve it. So, what is my favorite Disney movie? The Lion King. I even have a Lion King tattoo. Definitely The Lion King. Ben doesn't like it though, which is very annoying. But it's fine. Would you kill Ben if you were star-crossed lovers at the end? I mean, if I didn't get a choice and it's him or me, then probably. Sorry.
All good.
I mean, you do the same. Who would have won the 75th Hunger Games if the rebels didn't interfere? I'm not going to answer that because I've got a video about that coming out. So, do I think Josh Hutcherson is a good Peter? I do, personally. I think the casting for that movie was really well done. Who do I think would win, Marvel or Kato? I think Kato probably would have won. But it's hard to say. I mean, are they injured? Do they have, what kind of weapons do they have? That kind of stuff. Would the rebellion still happen if another tribute had won? I think the rebellion would still happen. I don't know if it would have happened the way it did or when it did, but I do think it would have happened. Bye, Steph. Thanks for joining us and asking questions and everything. Nanny! Yes, she's like, would I like to be in the foaming games? Probably. It sounds comfortable. I have not, Emmy, seen Lauren Side's YouTube Hunger Games. I should probably look into that. What do you think would have happened if the Capitol let Katniss and Peter die? I think people would have been annoyed to not have a victor, and then they would have gotten over it. I don't know if it would have created that much of an issue. Do you think Katniss, Peter, and Haymitch have tried to rebuild District 12? Well, we do learn in the books that a lot of people from 12 do come back and rebuild it, and Katniss, Peter, and Haymitch do take part in that, so yes. Glimmer versus Marvel, who do you think would win? Probably Marvel. This is Nanny. A lot of people have been asking about Nanny. She's off camera again. Stupid dog. Are you enjoying all the Disney remakes recently, or do you think they may be a letdown? So this is a bit of a twofold question. I don't agree with remaking a lot of movies. I would rather see original movies. But I like that when they are remaking them, they're fixing them, if that makes sense. Like in Aladdin, they're making it a lot more culturally appropriate and that kind of stuff. So that I do like. I like that when they are remaking them, they are fixing issues that they created in the animation. But I would like to see more original movies. Do I read Hunger Games fanfics? I tend to not much. I don't have that much time, and I don't tend to like fanfics that much because a lot of the times they either break apart from the canon too much or aren't written very well, which I feel like is really bad to say, but I've rarely encountered a fanfiction that's written really well, so. Do you think the movie should have followed the books more properly? I think the movies did the best they could. It's a 2-hour format and the books are not 2 hours long, so you have to condense as much as you can, and I think they did as best as they could. Your dog should be an anime. Yeah, she'd like that. She'd like to be anime or something. She likes attention, so. Ow! She's back. She's got a squeaky toy, so if you have dogs nearby, they might get excited with the squeaky toys. Disney characters participate in the Hunger Games. Who do you read? Oof. That's a loaded question. I'm gonna have to think. Bye, Blueberry. Thank you for joining. Who do I read from the Hunger Games? I don't know. You caught me off guard. Would you prefer to have as a weapon a bow, a sword, spears, or clothes throwing knives? Probably the throwing knives. It's a distance thing, so. Bye, Stephen. Go do your homework. Well done. Good to do your homework, she says, having not done much homework at school. Oh well. Welcome back, Ultimate Danganronpa fan. I did my best. Do you have your Hunger Games tattoo, or are you planning on having one? I am actually planning a literary tattoo that kind of encompasses all these series and books I love, of which the Hunger Games. But that's not going to happen for a while, just because between being pregnant and diving, it's very hard to find time to get a tattoo, because you can't get tattoos when you're pregnant, and you can't get tattoos when you dive. So, I'll do my best. Say the career districts from the 74th Hunger Games had fought each other. Who do you think would have won out of the 4 of them? Probably Kato or Clove. To me, they're the strongest of that group. Which role would you like to play in the Hunger Games? Stylist? I'd like to, as you say, a person like Effie, I'd like to be an escort, because you live in the capital, and you get all the nice food, and the nice clothes, and the sparklies, and you don't go into the arena. So, probably. Yeah, Elsa would be pretty powerful in the Hunger Games, what with having ice magic. That doesn't seem fair. I don't feel like someone like that should be allowed in the arena. That's just instant win. Can you speak a little bit of German? Very little. Like, I can say thank you, you're welcome, no thank you, please. Very basic, hello, that kind of stuff, goodbye. No, I can't really speak German. I can say like 5 words. Do I think the new prequel should have been a continuation of the original? No, I don't think we need a sequel to this story. I think it ends the way it should, and it's been left open purposefully for fans to be able to interpret it the way they want to, and I think that's really good. Bye, R2B2, thanks for joining. Favorite bands? Jonas Brothers. Poor Ben has suffered so much since they came back. Bands specifically. Panic at the Disco counts as a band, right? If so, Panic at the Disco, Jonas Brothers. What other bands do I like? I can't think. Oh, Nenny's growling. What do you think was the worst move the Koreans made or anyone against Katniss made when they had a shot? When they had a shot to off her? I think just not taking that shot. The fact, for example, that Clove spent her time talking instead of just killing Katniss was really stupid. She should have just killed Katniss instead of like bragging about what happened. What's my Harry Potter house? Slytherin. Beep. And Ben is Ravenclaw. But I'm Slytherin. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. Do I like Cinna or Haymitch more? That's not fair. Probably Haymitch. His resilience, that kind of stuff. I'm really into resilient characters who like go through so much and then come back from that and continue going. That's one thing I like. What would your training score be? Low. 3, 4, maybe. Low. I can't do much. I'm a scuba diver. I can set up a tank. So, I mean, in that sense, I'm strong. Like, I have quite a lot of upper body strength from carrying tanks. But, yeah, I wouldn't do well. My least favorite main character in the Hunger Games. I'm trying to think of the main characters. I don't like Gale's political views and the way he thinks of other people. But I don't know if he's my least favorite. I just don't like that about him. I'm always scared when I say someone because you just know someone's gonna be like, well, that's my favorite character. Which district would I be from in Panem? District 4, because it's fishing. A diver and I like the water, so that'd be the nicest. The Beatles, Queen, those are very good bands. I was thinking more recent, I have to say. Would you commit suicide if there are 3 of the strongest players left and no chance of winning? I think if I was in the top 5, I would give it a shot because I have made it that far, so I may as well continue trying. Could I make more Hunger Games series? I am definitely continuing Hunger Games series. As it is, I've got videos planned for probably the next 5 months. So, yes is the answer. There's definitely going to be more Hunger Games series. I doubt I'll stop that. Who's the best Beetle? That's a very controversial question, I find. Whenever people bring up the best Beetle, it always ends in situations. Fun fact, my grandfather was actually friends with the Beatles because he's a songwriter and he used to like hang out with them quite a bit. So that's my answer. My answer is my granddaddy knows them. Hunger Games or Harry Potter? Hunger Games. I didn't like Harry Potter until very recently, and I was bullied in high school, or schooling actually, for not liking Harry Potter. So though I like it now, I still prefer the Hunger Games. What 74th Hunger Games character unnamed do you want to see more of? All of them? I think it'd be interesting to see where all these kids come from and their families and their backgrounds and stuff like that. Do I think that Cinna should have a bigger role in the movies? Not particularly. He doesn't really have much bigger of a role in the books than that, so I don't want them adding fake stuff into the movies just to add it. So your training would be a 1. Honestly, Megan, I'd probably same. They made a Hunger Games spin-off film. Which character would you like it to follow? Probably President Snow. I think it's really interesting how he got to power, that kind of stuff. Or similarly, President Coin. I don't know if I'd want to follow specifically one of the tributes, especially because we kind of, like, we know that President Coin and President Snow died, but I feel like there's a lot more there to talk about than some of the tributes. Do I like the Coming to the Tree, the Hanging Tree song? I love the Hanging Tree song. We actually sing it quite a lot. Whenever one of us starts it for 3 days, we're singing it. Asking everyone here, not necessarily you, but I can answer too. Yay! How do you get to be an extra in the prequel? So to be in a movie, you need to be a part of an agency that would then contact you, unless they're doing open calls, in which case you would need to be aware of them doing open calls, and you'd have to answer that open call, and then they would pick you from a crowd. But most often you have to be a part of an acting agency. Your agent would then be in contact with these movie production studios, and they would know when they are casting for extras, and they would contact you if they believed you would suit the extra role. Obviously, a lot of stuff with extras is, if you're a minor, you have to have parents' permission. Often you need to live in the area that they'll be filming in, that kind of stuff. So it's not as easy as a lot of people think. I'm gonna have a drink of water. So for the quarter quail question, I've done a video on this on my Patreon, and I'm going to do kind of a version of it also on a normal video, so you'll have to wait and see. What was my favorite scene in the Hunger Games movies? I don't like having to pick just one scene because I like so many. Trying to think of scenes that stood out to me. I don't know, I like too many scenes. Any future character spotlight videos? Yes. I'm not gonna say what, but yes, there are videos coming. What does Patreon do? So Patreon is a system where people pledge money. You give me your money. So people will pledge money in exchange for rewards. So for example, on my Patreon at the $3 level, you pledge $3 every month, and the reward that you get is access to the Discord server. I do Q&As twice a week. If there's questions, there's not always questions, but when there's questions, I do Q&As twice a week. Then if the $5 level, you get all of that plus pictures of the whiteboards for each videos that I make. Then the $7 level, you get all of that plus an extra video every week. So it's all explained on Patreon, kind of what the rewards are. But the idea is it's a way for creators to kind of get like reimbursed for the amount of work that they do, because a lot of creative work, not just in YouTube, but any kind of like creating, you often don't get any kind of payment for it, and it can be quite difficult if it is your full-time job. So it's just kind of a way of like helping a creator out and helping them continue what they're doing.
The link is in the description box.
I was about to say that. In the first quarter quail, the districts have to choose who to go into the arena. Yeah, the districts each voted for who would go into the arena. Have to go. Oh, bye, Isaac. Thanks so much for joining. What's your least favorite Hunger Games book or movie? My least favorite movie is the first one. I don't like the jittery camera thing, and I just, overall, I don't like the amount of changes they made. They felt very unnecessary. My least favorite book is probably the first one, just because I like the second and third one more, but I don't dislike the first one. Are you going to do any future videos about the tributes in the 75th Hunger Games? Yes. Do you like Rue or Primrose more? We know more about Prim and about her like childhood and stuff, and her link to Katniss, and obviously the book's being in Katniss's perspective. Katniss prefers Prim just because it's her sister, so I guess I prefer Prim just because there's more attachment there. Do you know Titus from District 6? That's also based on fan fiction, unfortunately, Lace. So a lot of you will notice there's a big issue in the Hunger Games fandom that there's loads of fan fictions out there that are then picked up by sites like BuzzFeed, yes, I'm calling them out, and spread as real information when it's not. So, do you make money from YouTube? So considering I just hit 1,000 subscribers, I just became part of the YouTube Partner Program, which means I'm now eligible to make money off of YouTube. But I'll be very transparent. I mean, not to the point of telling you how much I make, but you don't make as much as you would expect off of YouTube. A lot of people think, oh, YouTubers, they all make millions. It's quite rare to make even a normal living off of YouTube. It's just extra pocket money, really. Who'd survive longer in the Hunger Games, Rue or Prim? Probably Rue, because she's had to learn to survive more than Prim has. Prim had Katniss to protect her, whereas Rue was the older sister protecting the younger ones. So probably Rue. Bye, Taggart. Thank you so much for being here. It was so nice, and thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm gonna cry again. So I'll probably cover that in a future video, Jamie. If I had to come up with a quarter idea, what would it be? I have a lot. I would hate to be siblings with Kato. He snaps people's snacks when he has temper tantrums. He snacks other people's snacks. I don't know if he would do that to a sibling. It's hard to say. We don't know what he's like. Do you think the boy from District 3 could have made it to the end if he hadn't run into their careers? I think he could have made it pretty far, but I think once at the end, when it becomes an actual battle, I don't know how well he'd do. We don't really see him like interact much in that sense. He has a spear, but I don't know if he's good at using it, that kind of stuff. So I don't think he would win, but I do think he'd get far. Drink time. Bark, bark. Foxface versus Rue, probably Foxface. She's older and bigger, and that definitely plays a part in these kinds of things. So I think that's not something you can ignore. If you were a capital citizen, who would you root for? That's an interesting question. I think in the first games, I would probably root for Katniss and Peter, just because I'm kind of a hopeless romantic in that sense, and I think if I grew up in the capital, I'd see the star-crossed lovers as this amazing romantic story. And then for the 75th, I'd probably continue rooting for them, just because you're attached to them by then. So. Clove versus Glimmer, probably Clove. Do I like Annie? Yes, I very much do like Annie. Again, she's a really resilient character, and those are characters I really get attached to. So. Hi Rick, thank you. Kato versus Peter. Depends. If Peter's injured, then Kato. If not, then I think it's a good fight. It's hard to tell. I think push comes to shove, Peter would be able to kill, but I think Kato wouldn't need to get to that point before he kills, so probably Kato would have the upper hand. But it's hard to say. Do you want to do another giveaway?
Yeah, we can.
Yay. Gonna do another giveaway. Discord access?
Yes.
So this giveaway is once again for 1 month free access to the Discord server. Bye, honey. Make sure that you send me an email if you haven't already. Just reminding you. So type in
exclamation mark Bubblewin.
Exclamation mark Bubblewin to get 1 month access to the Discord server. So Discord is normally linked to my Patreon, so you normally have to pay to have access to it. For those of you who don't know, because not everybody knows, Discord is like an online chat kind of thing, but it's kind of closed off. It's not open to everyone in this case. It just gives you an opportunity to chat with me and the other bubblers on there and hang out. And I do 2 Q&As a week on there. So for those of you who have lots of questions, it's always good to be on there. And it's just 1 entry per person. You can put in more entries if you want, but it's not going to count. So, I mean, don't bother typing, basically.
Yeah. And the order doesn't matter. Like, it just picks one at random.
Yeah. There's a bot that just grabs one. Yeah, I think you're right, Megan, that Prim wouldn't have done well. She's never had to survive off of the land, unlike Rue and Katniss. So. Come here, Nanny. Come on, camera. Nanny's back. Hello. Taking a minute to just decompress. It's been very go, go, go. So it's nice to just breathe. Now she's yawning.
Nope.
Hello.
Right.
I think we have a winner.
Yes.
I don't know who it is. I don't know until Ben types it up because he's in control of all of that. Next Q&A. So I'll probably do another one of these live streams when I hit 2,500, depending on when that is though. I'm due early March, so if that's too close to the due date, I won't do one. We'll see. Well done, Christopher. You've won access to the Discord server for a month. Make sure to send me an email on the email address that's been typed up so that we can organize that. Oh, Bailey's still with you. Say hi to Bailey. There's a dog watching you. Nanny doesn't care. What fight do you think would have been the most entertaining in the 75th? I think probably just any fights between Katniss's allied group and the Career Pack, because they're both very, very strong groups of people. So I think any fight there would have been interesting. Katniss is 16 for reaping. Yes, she is. Did Snow allow Katniss and Peter to give some earnings to ruin Thrasher's family? It's never stated whether they're allowed to or not. I don't think he would have allowed it. He would have found some reasoning that it's not possible, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, he can't really stop them from sending money, so... But I don't think he would have allowed it, just because that's not the point of winning the games. The dog's so fab. The dog is great. She is brilliant. We do love her quite a bit. She's quite silly. But she's a good girl. '74th Hunger Games careers or 75th Hunger Games careers? Well, again, in 75th games, they're all adults. They're bigger, they're stronger. So I think up against a group of kids, they would have won just because they're already experienced killers. Their size, that's something you really just can't ignore, I think, is somebody's size and raw power. It's snowing. Ugh, I don't like snow. I don't like cold, so we moved to Australia. It's not snowing here. It's very warm. We actually have the AC on and have had it on this whole time because it's hot. And I just will reiterate, we are safe from the fires in Australia. We are fortunate that we live really far north and we're far from all of the fires. We do have family who are in the fire danger zones, and if you guys can do anything to help, even just spreading awareness, like on Twitter or social media, can do so much to help with the fire situation. To help put it into perspective, these fires are much bigger than the fires in the Amazon from a few weeks ago, so they're really bad. So if you guys can help, it'd be really appreciated. Peter versus Glimmer. Probably Glimmer at this point. She is trained to kill, more so than Peter, but it's so hard to say, especially without knowing what weapons they have, what condition they're in, that kind of stuff. What do you think would have happened had gone to the victory tour? What would she say to Katniss's parents? Who would have won? It doesn't say a name. I guess Rue would be my guess, because of Katniss's parents. You've emailed. Thank you, Christopher. I don't have access to my emails right now, but I'll get back to you as soon as we're done here. It's snowing here too. Why do y'all live where it snows? What is wrong with you? I love looking at the snow and I like walking because it goes like crunch, 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 crunch. I love that, but that's the only part I like about snow. I'll take snow over fires. I mean, yeah, if I had to pick snow or fire, I would pick snow. Sounds like we're talking about the Hunger Games, honestly. But I don't like snow. I don't like being cold. So, you wanted to see more of Cedar. Yeah, she definitely would have been a character that would have been lovely to see more of. You love snow. I don't like snow. Bye, Jocelyn.
Bye.
It was so nice having you, and hopefully get to see you soon. And I do hope I do another Q&A soon, because I do love doing these. In Florida, it's very hot. Yeah, it's very similar to here, Florida, weather-wise, from what I've understood. You've seen snow once. I used to see snow every year, and I don't like it. You don't do well with extreme heat. I'm the opposite, Caddy. I don't deal well with the cold. I have this weird thing, once I'm cold, I am cold. I don't warm up. I can have a tea, I can have a hot bath, I can have a hot shower. I do not warm up. Whereas once I'm warm, I cool down much more easily. So I'd rather it be too warm. You live in the south, so no snow. That's nice. Bye, Megan. Thank you so much for joining. Want to see more of Cecilia? That would have been nice. There's a lot of characters it would have been lovely to see more of. Closest you come to snow, so you scrape out of the freezer. Yeah, that makes sense. You do live in Australia. Doesn't really snow here much. What country would I like to visit? So many. I've been fortunate enough to travel a lot as a child with my parents, but there's still so many countries I'd like to visit. If you hear weird chewing sounds, by the way, that's Nanny. She's got a chew right here. I'm sorry. She's a Velcro dog. It's very typical of her breed. Italian Greyhounds like to be on you, or next to you, or with you. They don't like being far from you. So she's sitting on Ben right now chewing something. So I'm sorry if there's weird chewing sounds. So what countries would I like to visit? So many. We have vague-ish plans, dreams of visiting Iceland, Canada. I'd like to see more of the US, a lot of Asia. There's European countries I haven't seen. A lot. I love traveling so much, so a lot of countries. Katniss and Peter or Katniss and Gale? I personally prefer Peter, just because I don't like Gale's political views or the way he thinks of other people during war times. Do you see a lot of snakes? Haven't seen a snake once since we moved to Australia, and we've been here over 2 years. See a lot of frogs.
Wallabies.
Wallabies. We actually have wallabies in our front garden every day, which is really funny. We get very excited every time. We're like, oh my god, look at the wallabies. But no, I've never seen a snake here. There's definitely snakes, but we don't see them. Visit New Zealand. New Zealand's on the list. I do want to visit New Zealand, and it's not that far, so. What's my favorite sea creature?
There we go.
My favorite sea animal is the epaulet shark. It's a shark from the Great Barrier Reef, and they can walk. Ben is adamant they don't walk. They do walk. They use their little fins. They use their fins, and they do this, and they walk around, and it's so cool. I also like Christmas tree worms. They are so cute. You guys should definitely look up Christmas tree worms because they are awesome. But epaulet sharks are my favorite animals because they can walk. It's a shark that can walk. Do I live in Sydney? No, we live near Townsville in Queensland. So we are far from all the fires and everything. You should visit Austria. It's a nice country in summer. I have actually visited Austria for one day, years ago. I should actually properly visit it. I have been in Austria. I have not visited. For 12 years, wow. Would Nanny like to say hello to the wallabies? Nanny has a dream of being a wallaby. She bounces along like them. It's really weird. She jumps up on her back legs and just hops, hops, hops. She grew up on a farm in New South Wales where there were wallabies, and she grew up learning to chase the wallabies, which is great now that we try and walk her near wallabies because she wants to chase the wallabies, but she's on a leash attached to me. So I'm being dragged around chasing wallabies. She would very much love to say hello to the wallabies. What's the most bizarre thing you've seen during scuba diving? I watched 2 octopuses have a punching fight. Yes, they balled up their little tentacles and they started smacking each other. It was very funny. And then one of them had enough and left. And at this point, I was leading a group. There was about 8 divers in total, and we had kind of made a circle around them. And so one of the octopuses swims off and leaves because he's had enough of being punched. And the other one started strutting around. It was walking on its tentacles like this, strutting around, and then stopped, looked at all the divers, and just swam away. So that's probably one of the weirdest things I've seen is I watched octopuses fight. And yes, it is octopuses, not octopi, due to it being Greek, not Latin. Or the other way around.
No, it's
Greek, not Latin. That's what I thought. Yes, Christmas tree worms. They're so cute. They come in so many colors, and I love them so much. You live in Norway. That is cold. And you have seen snakes. I didn't know they had snakes in Norway. That makes sense, but I didn't know that. Townsville's where the Powerpuff Girls live. It is. It's very funny when we realized we were moving to a place called Townsville. And the center of Townsville is Townsville City. And it's very funny to us. You're in Australia. Yes, we are in Australia. You've never been outside of Europe. Well, hopefully one day you will be. Traveling is definitely something I would recommend everybody do, but it's not easy for everyone to do. Ben, what is your favorite district?
3.
Bye, RB Edits. Thank you so much for joining.
And my favorite character is Beatty, so I can't remember if I answered it.
You didn't. I don't remember you saying that. So
it's Beatty.
You would be in District 32, wouldn't you?
I would.
Me and Luigi in the chat. Oh, Mario Kart. That's. I was like, why you and Luigi? What Harry Potter house are you in, Ben?
I'm in Ravenclaw. Yeah, correct side.
And I'm in Slytherin. It was a complete mistake that we sat in front of our banners. And yes, we have massive Harry Potter house banners in our living room. If you had to be in a non-career district, which one? But District 4 is the one with fishing.
You can use the loophole that it's not a career district in the movies.
Loophole, it's not a career district in the movies. But following book canon, I don't know. District 8?
Did you say a number?
No, I like District 8. It's where Bonnie and Twill come from. It's the kind of conversations we have. I bring up a really random, very specific part of the books, and Ben's like, what? He has read the books. It's just been a while.
Yeah.
So sometimes I bring things up and he just doesn't remember what I'm talking about. You're like the best on explaining the Hunger Games, Arena's characters, plot points more. I love. Oh, thank you so much. I do my best. Oh, McDreamy's fiance also likes Beatty. There, you two are friends. I've decided. The only time you went outside the States is when you went to Canada. You still got to go to Canada. That's pretty cool. I know a lot of people in America don't tend to leave America much because it's so huge. It's the same thing with Australia. These countries are so big, you don't tend to leave it much because you can like see so much just within your own country. You're a Hufflepuff. Nanny's a Hufflepuff. She's loyal and hardworking. Coffee time! I've already had my coffee. I'm not allowed another one, so. What's the difference between District 9 and District 11? It's the types of agriculture that they do, if that makes sense. Foam! Yes, I still have my foam. I'm still sat next to it. It's right here. I keep looking over at it. It's so pretty. Thank you again to everybody who participated in getting me foam. I really appreciate it. You're Hufflepuff too. I like Hufflepuffs. Very nice. I haven't watched any of the Battle Royale movies, no. I'm quite boring. We turned foam into a meme. There's been a lot of foam talk in the chat. Especially because I joked about getting foam and then I actually got foam. That was kind of fun. I didn't know at all what was happening. Jess is happy. I am happy with my foam. I know it seems weird, but Ethan's here! Sorry, Ethan's one of my friends. And I got very excited. I am very happy with my foam. I like it. Hi, Ethan. People getting very excited about the foam.
Yeah.
I'm being overshadowed by the foam.
Yep.
Overfoamed. I'll stop. Team Peter, Team Gale, or Team Foam? I mean, honestly, right now, Team Foam. Because I need foam. I don't need a Peter or a Gale. I have a partner, but I need the foam. Do a foam giveaway. No, it's my foam. Why would I give away the foam? It's my foam. Get your own foam. Ethan says hi.
Hi.
Hi, also. I've already said hi to you, but I feel like I have to now because you said hi to me. Hi. Hold up.
Should we do a last poster giveaway?
Yes. Sit this up. So we're gonna do one more giveaway. Again, it's for one of the posters that was drawn by Almsey, who was in the chat earlier on. And I will sign it in the color of your choice from the selection of colors that I have. I have like most colors. To enter the giveaway, you just type in !bubblewin into the chat. You can enter it just once, because the bot just takes one entry per person anyway, and the order that you enter doesn't matter. And yeah, I think I covered it all.
No space when it has to be exactly what's written, so no space between the exclamation mark and the word or between bubble and win.
Yes, no spaces. Ethan has missed a lot, but I think Ethan was
Sure to
busy. Phone. Was Ethan a part of the phone plan?
Yes.
Ethan, I got your phone. That's a weird sentence. Thank you for participating in that. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm going to cry again, so let's not talk about it anymore. Could you get it framed on phone? Y'all need to stop trying to steal my phone. I did get soundproofing foam and I'm very excited. I understand, Ultimate. I mean, if you are a minor, obviously please, guys, get permission from your parents to give somebody your address. Please. Or, like, just talk to your parents about it, because it's important to be safe online. Do I like Prim's cat? Yes. I don't have a problem with Buttercup. I think he's important. I do think it's actually a very important character. So yes. Who won? We don't know yet. It's still going. Ben will announce. You're an adult. Good. No, definitely if you are a minor, just like be careful, guys. And not just with this, just with everything online. Just please be careful online. Turning into a mom. Yes, if neither of your parents would let you, then it's probably best you don't. I'm sorry that's the case, but I can understand why your parents wouldn't let you. Hi, Amesy. No, it's definitely important to be safe online. Oh, giveaway's over. Yes, Ethan, I'm very sparkly. It's one of my friends from Belgium got me these sparkles, and I didn't know when I was going to wear them other than now, so I'm wearing them. Will you make a video on your glorious foam? I might make an extra video. So I make, once a week I make an extra video over on my Patreon. They're kind of more behind the scenes or like shorter videos, like short character spotlights, that kind of stuff. So I might do a video there. Feel like an adult feeling quite old because you're 27. I get that sometimes. I'm 24.
When
but
has been announced wherever it is on your screen?
Interrupting me much.
Yeah, sorry.
Good. But I get that sometimes too, being 24. So, Ethan, you won the poster. What time is it in Australia? It is almost 10 a.m. So it's
For
early.
us, it's not the same time everywhere in Australia. There's several time zones.
Yeah, so to put it into perspective, Australia is as big as the United States. So, it's big. Do you think Susan should release a book of short stories about some of the tributes and victims from over the last... I would love to get that. I think that'd be amazing. I don't think she will though, but I would love it if she could. It's almost 1 p.m. Yeah, time zones are crazy. Like the time differences between some of us is insane. So yeah, so Ethan, just make sure you send me an email so that we can organize a poster. Although, we communicate on other social medias anyway, so I was gonna say, like, we talk on Discord every day.
Contact us.
Contact me somehow. What's my address? Not gonna steal a phone or anything. I'm not going to publish my address online. Stay safe online, kids. It's almost midnight in Ireland. You should go to sleep. Oh my god, if I could go to sleep right now, I would. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your point? I'm tired. I'm gonna get up early for this. It's nearly 11 a.m. Ooh. We're in very similar time zones. It's only 7 p.m. in Florida. Yeah, see, that's what's so crazy with time zones. Is it's like dinner time for you. And it's almost lunchtime. Well, ish almost lunchtime for us the next day.
The next day, yeah.
Why does everyone put an extra A in my name? Ethan. I don't know. I'm calling you Ethan from now on.
That's not what they put the extra in.
Oh, is it not? I don't know.
It's like eat Han.
Oh, Ethan. I've been skim reading, okay? It's almost 7 p.m. and you're hungry. Go eat. Go eat. If Australia was a district or district, would you think they would fit? Again, Australia is as big as the United States, so it wouldn't just be one district, or if it was, it is a massive district. Ethan! I have started something. I have to get up early tomorrow morning for swim training. no, you should get sleep. You should sleep. It's important. Also, swim training, fun. Time zones are especially funny in Australia, as it's 10 a.m. in Queensland, yet it's 10:30. But yeah, so Jamie is further west than us, but it's earlier for him. It's very bizarre how time zones work. Queensland doesn't observe daylight savings, so we don't change time throughout the year, which makes it very weird also. Often. New Zealand is teeny tiny. Well, I mean, compared to a lot of countries, it's actually not that small. But compared to Australia, it's teeny. You just cracked.
Yeah, that was my ankle.
Ben just broke his ankle. It's fine. What's sleep? Sleep is the best thing in the world. Hey, another New Zealander. What is my favorite meme? I don't know if I have a favorite meme. I'm too old. I'm too old to like memes. Daylight savings is so confusing. I'm so happy we moved here. We only moved about 6 weeks ago. So we're not kind of used to not having daylight savings, but I'm looking forward to not having to change time. No, Amesy, we are really lucky that we are far from any of the fires. We do have family who are in the fire-affected areas. So yes, I'm saying it again. If you guys can do anything to help, either donate money or even just spread awareness online about the fire situation in Australia, it actually does a lot to help us out. Even just spreading information about it. For example, a lot of people don't know that these fires are worse than the Amazon fires from a few weeks ago. It's a really bad situation. Australia's really not doing well. We are very lucky that we are safe from fires, but we know a lot of people who have been affected. I think pretty much at this point everyone in Australia knows someone who has been affected, has lost their home, or has lost someone they love. So it's bad, definitely. 3 characters from Harry Potter, 3 characters from the Hunger Games. Luna Lovegood, Draco Malfoy. They're complete opposites, but I like them. And who else do I like in Harry Potter? It's like I don't like anyone else. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I like Snape. Not for the whole being in love with Harry's mom thing, more for the fact that he played everyone against each other. I like that. 3 characters from Hunger Games, Effie, Cinna, and Finnick. I like weird, like the characters I like make no sense. There's no correlation between them. Every thumbs up is a phone for Jess. Yay. Yeah, the fires are really bad. As Felicity says, New Zealand's actually being affected by the air and smoke quality. But where we used to live just outside of Melbourne, and we'd currently be in one of the zones that was in a lot of danger had we not moved. So we are very fortunate that we did move, but a lot of people don't have that choice. So, and we didn't move because of the fires. It was actually a complete coincidence. We moved just before it started. Luna is a cutie. Sleep does help you live better. Sleep is very important. Snape in the capital. You mean Snape wearing like sparkly pink clothes? I would love that. According to a certain Bustle article, based on my Myers-Briggs personality test, I'm Snape. I, according to that test, am Luna. You are Hermione.
I'm Hermione, yeah.
Sleep is the best. Sleep is the best. I love sleep. So does Nanny. Nanny, do you want to come say hi? Nope. She's just standing there watching me. Nanny, come say hi. And she looked away. Luna is your cat's name. Is she named for Luna Lovegood, or is it just a coincidence? Nanny, come say hi. Come on. Where was the mayor's daughter? They cut Madge from the movies. Probably, sorry, I'm grabbing the dog because I want her to be on camera. Probably because they didn't feel like she was important. But I definitely felt she was very important. I like Madge a lot. This is my nanny. Enjoy your sleep while you can, Jess. I'm trying. I'm getting at that point of pregnancy where I don't actually sleep very well anymore, so yay. You just like the name Luna. It's a good name. Nanny, don't show your butt on camera. That's rude. Gonna go now. Bye, Faulty Shadow. Thank you so much for joining. Your cat's name is Finnick. Ooh. Nanny, where are you going? Oh, she's looking at herself on that. There's a screen down there that Ben's watching the stream from, and she's looking at herself. Do you want to look at the camera? Come here. Urgh. Show off how beautiful you are.
Shall we re-show the announcement for the people that
Yes.
weren't there?
So for those of you who weren't here earlier on, there was an announcement. I'm using Nanny to point. We have new merch on the Teespring store.
So that's the merch that was already there before, and that's all the new ones. So the tote bag, 2 different stickers, and 4 different phone cases for both iPhones and Samsung phones. If you click on each one, you can see which models of Samsung and iPhones they actually.
And the phone cases do come in a bunch of different colors.
Yes, they do come in a lot of different colors. It just shows one here, but again, if you click on it, you'll see more colors. And the link is right here, teespring.com/store/storydiver.
Jess is gonna have a baby. I'm 7 months pregnant, so the baby is nicknamed Bubble. We don't know the sex of the baby, and to not have to say it, we decided to call them Bubble. Bubble will not be their name once they're born. Nanny is an Italian Greyhound, which means she's a Greyhound shape, but she's very small. She's adult size, so she's not gonna grow any more than this. She's over 2 years old now, so she is technically a grown-up, even though she thinks she's a puppy. But yes, she's an Italian Greyhound. Aren't you? Aren't you, my baby? Which is why she's always trying to sit on us, with us. It's part of the breed standard, is they're very cuddly. Nanny means what in Japanese it does, but I actually named her for the character from Lilo and Stitch, and in Hawaiian, Nanny means elegance and grace. But what also really suits her, because she's always confused. Do the bubble tights come in another color? I don't think so.
No.
No, I think the
At the
leggings we
moment-
just do in the one color.
Yeah.
Nanny is always a pupper to me. Nanny is a pupper though. She's so small. She's definitely a little puppy. No, Jamie. I'm not letting that song get stuck inside my head. No. But the t-shirts and the jumper do come in different colors.
So do the beach towels.
So do the beach towels. The baby onesie comes in several colors also. My stickers are coming off my face. And the phone cases come in loads and loads of colors.
Yeah.
That's not based on me. So Teespring has a set color palette they have for each garment, and not all the colors work with the patterns that we've put on. So hopefully Wolf, your mom would let you. The next giveaway will probably be that the next live stream, which will be probably around the 2,500 sub mark, depending on when the baby is born and when I hit that mark. If they're too close to each other, I probably won't do a live stream, but maybe later. What did I think of the video? I casually cried a little bit. I was very touched. It was very sweet of you guys to have done that. Thank you. I do live streams regularly. I tend to do them when I've hit a big milestone. So not too much. I'm Tig. I do remember you, Tig. So yeah, I say the next one will be at 2,500, and then after that probably be at 5,000. It kind of also depends how fast I grow. If I'm hitting them like really close one after the other, I won't do live streams each time, just because it's a lot of work for us. Just setting it up is probably 3 or 4 hours, and then there's the actual 2+ hour block of doing it. And yeah, so I don't tend to do that many, just because it's a lot for us, and Ben has to help out quite a lot with all the like technical stuff, so it monopolizes him from his work. So I'm actually pretty new to the channel. Oh well, welcome to the channel. I'm happy you're enjoying it. Please do more live streams. I will continue doing live streams, as I say, at big milestones, that kind of stuff. But because of how much work goes into them, I don't know if I could do more, especially with the baby. Did I see the New Year Hunger Games video? I didn't. There's a lot of videos that come out every day, so I can't see them all. Do you read Know of the Wings of Fire and all Warrior Cats? I have heard of Warrior Cats, but I haven't read it, and I have not heard of the Wings of Fire, so I don't know what that is at all. Now stickies are starting to come up. is back, as usual, with a squeaky toy.
Just dropped it on my foot.
Smart dog. Yes, Ravenclaw, that's Ben. He's the Ravenclaw. I am the Slytherin. That was badly bent. Oh, I know what Jamie's gonna say next. I'm just now. Hi Pixels, thank you for the video and the foam and the tank and everything. It's very nice. I cried. Thank you. I've got the foam right here. People have started a foam army in the chat. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. But thank you so much. It's very sweet. It's very nice of you. Nanny, what are you doing? Nanny's inspecting the foam. You create tribute from Hufflepuff. Ooh. Thank you, Pixels. Nice. Your dead tribute. Yeah, I'd be dead too. Let's be honest. I wouldn't make it fun. From Ravenclaw. I love all your colourful lipsticks. Where do you get them? The majority of my lipsticks are from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and then a few of them are NYX liquid lipsticks. They're all liquid lipsticks. But yeah, the majority. This one is the Jeffree Star one. It's called You Better Work, and I like it a lot. Katniss and Gryffindor, Hufflepuff. Does Nanny approve of the foam? I think so. She's currently settled up against the box of it, so I think that's stamp of approval. I'm just gonna have to make sure she tries to not rip it up, because knowing her, she's gonna want to kill it. Because though she's an Italian Greyhound and it's supposed to be graceful and elegant and calm, she kills things a lot. It was lovely having you, Katie. I don't know. Thank you so much for joining. You'd be dead in the bloodbath, or you'd die of starvation. Yeah, me too. I'd die pretty quick. Seen any kangaroos today? No, because we got up quite early before they come down from the forest, but right now if I went that way I would see them, I'm sure. Do you think Snow could have punished Katniss' prep team by putting them in perhaps a mini Hunger Games? I don't know if he'd bother. It's a lot of setup for 3 people. I think he would just execute them if he was going to punish them or torture them. I think the Hunger Games, it is so much of a setup. It doesn't make sense for such a small group. Oh, you got a puppy! Yay! Right. It has been 2 hours. Which, oh, hi Linnea. Now I feel bad because I'm saying I'm going to leave. But it has been 2 hours now that we've been up, and I'm running low on my water. Coin is a bad person. She is. That's why she was executed. She is a bad person.
She is?
She's evil. But yeah, I think it's time for us to head off. Have a nap. You think I'm not going to have a nap?
Oh, I know you're going to have a nap.
I'm going to have a nap. I'm tired. How would you feel if you were Victor and found out about the 75th Hunger Games? I'd be really annoyed. Very much like Joanna. I agree with her that it's not fair. Yes, it's been going for 2 hours and 8 minutes. Thank you, Caroline, for everything. For the stickers. So the person called Caro Forrest in the chat is responsible for the glittery glitteries. She got them for me. Nap is good. Nap is good. Well, thank you guys all for joining. Yeah, let the pregnant lady sleep. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you all for joining and for participating, and even just for watching videos, subscribing, even just liking the small things. They all mean so much to me. It really does. I mean, every day Ben and I look at how many views I've gotten and just think it's crazy, and every new sub we celebrate it, and it's really crazy to see how many of you guys enjoy what I enjoy doing, because I genuinely enjoy it. I'm not doing this for money or for fame or anything. I'm doing it because I actually love doing this, and it means so much to me that you guys love watching it. So thank you all for being here and for helping out with everything. And a big thank you for those of you who got the foam and the tank, which is so cute, the little thing. I love it so much. And for the video. So thank you, everybody.
If you want to give away, don't forget to contact us to organize either shipping it to you if it's the poster or giving you Discord access if that's what you've won.
Yes, please make sure you've contacted us because we can't contact you. So if you want what you want, you gotta contact us.
If you've lost the email address, it's on the About page of the YouTube channel.
Exactly. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you all for congratulations for everything. Thank you. Right, we done?
Yeah.
Happy bubbles! Thanks again, everyone. Yay.